What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skill and Sound here, back again with another video. And I wanted to talk about the Toronto Raptors and how under the radar they've been. And yeah, they lost last night against the Nuggets in a nail biter, lost by 1 point. But overall, they're a team that's been one of the hottest teams in the NBA over the last 10 games. Now, the Nuggets just snapped an 8-game winning streak that they had. Now, take a look at this. Before that loss, they won 8 straight games. So they've been a team that overall has been playing very, very well. So that's kind of deep dive into, why they've been playing well, what kind of damage they've been doing, what damage they can do in the future in the playoffs, and some of the main players that's responsible for this. Right now, they're number 6 in the East, 31-24 record. So they're 2.5 games behind 5th. If you ask me, they're probably gonna stay in that 6 to 7 range, maybe 8 range. It remains to be seen with Brooklyn when they integrate Ben Simmons into the fold. So I can see Toronto being in that 7-8 seed, right? But it's still impressive for a team who lost one of the best players in franchise history in Kyle Lowry. So that's pretty impressive because no one expected them to do anything, right? If you look at a lot of the players that's contributing to this, Pascal Ciaco, a guy who could have been an all-star this year, right? Giving you 22 a game. 22.1 points a game, giving you strong rebounding numbers, strong passing numbers as well. So he's giving you an all-around game at 22, 9, and 5 pretty much, right? And if you look at him, this is arguably his best season, right? You can say he's having a career season. 22.1. Yeah, he averaged more than 19, 20. But he's more efficient with the points. He's shooting 50% from the field. As far as 3, one of the best of his career. So he's giving the 3 ball as well on 3 attempts. Best rebounding numbers of his career. And he's actually coming now. His game is pretty much coming around with the assist numbers as well. So that means he's handling the ball more. He's making great decisions. He's really seeing the floor well. So he, like I said, you could have made the argument he could have made the All-Star game this year, right? Because he's playing very, very well. Let's see. Fred VanVleet, All-Star, 21.6 points per game. For somebody who's a smaller guy, 4.6 rebounds is very good, and he's giving you 7 assists, which leads the team. So, and we've talked about Fred VanVleet as far as the great story that he is. Somebody who, as you can see right here, undrafted. So he's built himself into the player that he is, right? Starting from 16, 17 to where he was averaging just 3 points a game. And he's continuing to, if you look at this, he's improving his points per game every season. He's gone up. 2.9, 8.6, 11, 7.6, 19.6, 21.6. And it's kind of funny because he goes up 2 points every season from 19 to 20. 17.6, 19.6, 21.6. That's kind of interesting right there. But 40% from 3, strong free throw percentage numbers, best rebounding of his career, best, assists of his career. So he's deserving of an all-star and very impressive as far as making an all-star and being undrafted. So this is definitely a guy who got it out the mud, kept improving, kept getting better as a player to where he's a star player in this league, and he earned his contract that he got. Gary Trent Jr. I remember reading about an article the other day about how his father, Gary Trent Sr., who played many years in the NBA, talked about how it was best for him, and he was so happy that his son got out of Portland, just for how his son was depressed, which no one knew about that in Portland, and let you know how mental health is real. And he got out of that situation. He's in a better situation now, and he's flourishing. And he's been on a tear lately. Like, I know out of the last 10 games, he's been having a lot of 20, 30-point games. And look at what he's averaging, 18.6 points per game. That's number 3 on the team. So he always had the reputation coming out of Duke as a great shooter. So we're not surprised about that. But now he's giving great scoring as well. And he's a young player that they can build around. That can be a part of this future, right? As far as that team. I mean, he's another guy has increased his play each year as well. But this time he's getting more opportunity because he got more minutes per game. Second highest field goal percentage, 40% from 3. So again, like I said, great shooter, so he had that reputation at that. And he's just getting more overall opportunities, right? So this is another guy who's important to their success and how they've been playing as of late. OG Anunoby. Now this is a guy that, let's click on Anunoby. This is another guy who, when he came out of Indiana, was one of those 3-and-D type guys, right? You thought, hey, hit you that 3, definitely play great defense because he's a 6'7", strong build, top of small forward that can give you that 3-and-D type guy. But this year, he's actually turned into a scorer, giving this team a valuable 18 points per game. Strong rebounding numbers, 6 assists. So, and just look at his improvement. 6, 7, 10.6, 16 points a game, 18 points a game. He's even been a decent 3-point shooter. That's what I mean. 3-and-D type guy. So that's another guy that's a part of their core, part of their future. And check this out. They're getting you got 4 guys that's averaging 18 or more points a game. That's very impressive. That's letting you know you don't have one guy that's averaging in the high 20s, low 30s, and then everybody else is like 10, 12, 9. Like, they got guys that's give you 18 plus. You got 4 guys that's give you 18 or more. So that's impressive to me. And then here's another guy. One of the best rookies. They talked about him a lot at the beginning of the season. They haven't talked about him as late, but because you've been talking more about Mobley, Jalen Green, what's some of the other guys? Guy from OKC. Who else? We've been talking about everybody else but Scotty Barnes as of late. And Scotty Barnes has played very, very well as a rookie. Look at the numbers he's giving you. 15 points, 7.6 rebounds. That's very strong numbers for a rookie. Somebody who came out, they said was going to be more of a point forward, do it all type of guy, fill up the stat sheets. And he's doing just that with his points per game. With his rebounding numbers right there. His assist numbers. His steals and blocks. Like, defense, offense, running team. Very, very smart player at his age, only 20 years old. And if he can improve upon that 32% from 3, you got a deadly player on your hands. He's already smart. Cause look at this, he's efficient. He's shooting 47% as a rookie. So only great things about Scotty Barnes, and I'm very impressed with Toronto as far as how all these guys are, perimeter type guys, shooting guards, small forwards. That you got all these guys averaging 14 points or more, and all these guys are contributing to rebounding, passing. All these guys are good shooters. All these guys are efficient, right? And then you got some of the other guys. Butcher, he's giving you 9 points a game. Strong rebounding. So, like, you got these guys. You got this team who everyone is contributing in some matter. And this is something else I wanted to point out about Toronto. They're a very short team. I haven't heard anybody talk about this, but look at everybody's height on this team. They got nobody over 6'9", or nobody on their roster, or nobody over 6'9" that's playing major minutes. I mean, the guy that's playing the most minutes is Butcher at 6'9", but he's only 200 pounds. And he's playing center. So he's a little light in the britches there. So you got guys who, yeah, you got your Anunobys, your Barnes, and your Siakams who are about 230 or more. But these are guys that are more so natural small forwards that can play power forwards. So if you ask me, I think this is what's going to hurt them overall down the line and against bigger teams. Because if you got guys that are 6'9", 200 pounds, or guys at 6'8", how are you going to be able to guard guys like Giannis? You're not going to be able to stop Giannis, right? Because your biggest guy is 6'9". So Giannis is going to have a field day against Toronto. And don't get me started on Philly and Embiid. Embiid is going to eat for sure against Toronto because they're small. So I think they can only have success against certain teams. Heck, even Chicago, Vucevic, he's a guy that 6'11", very, very strong rebounder. He can have his day against them. Miami Heat, and I don't know why I just forgot his name, who's obviously an all-star, Adebayo, Bam. He's another guy that's going to eat. Now, he's only 6'9", but he's versatile, and he's a guy that he's going to be able to eat as well. So, Toronto's a very, very small team, and I think that's interesting that they're actually had an 8-game winning streak. They've actually increased themselves in the standings like that, and they got a very small team. So that's very impressive, though. That's very impressive about Toronto. But I just wanted to highlight these Toronto Raptors. As far as how they're going under the radar, how good they're doing. They're definitely going to make the playoffs because they lost their best player, Kyle Lowry, and they haven't missed a beat. And this is a team for the future if they can keep these guys together, or possibly package one of those guys and trade for a star type player. But I like the future of what Toronto got going on. So, but I wanted to comment on that. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this. It's your boy Skill and Sound, and I'm out. Peace.